What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Team Fish Nichols YouTube channel. Today we're doing Arkansas States, and this is round 2. On the left we have Mark Cranberry. I said Mark. Sorry, I was thinking about Mark Oliver for a second. But it's actually Kevin Cranberry Murphy. Sorry about that. And on the right we have me, and so Kevin is playing Flareon, and I am playing the Kyogre Reshiram deck. So this matchup is actually pretty bad because Kevin does play a multiple Leafeon, which is really hard to deal with the Kyogre deck. But we'll see what happens in this video. So Kevin does get to go first, and he has an interesting turn one. I remember this very. I remember both of these matches a lot. So here we see an Ultra Ball in his hand, and discards and execute an Audino. And he's going to be trying to get a Empoleon turn 1. If the Flareon deck can actually get the Empoleon turn 1, it's actually really strong, because then you can burn through your deck really quickly. So here we see Ultra Ball discarding Execute and Audino, and here we see the Battle Compressor. Now Battle Compressor lets you discard 3 cards from your deck and put in your discard pile, obviously. So here we see Napoleon at 2 Empoleons. So when he does this, I have the idea that he's probably going to get an Napoleon turn 1, because he doesn't discard an Archie, so I think he already has an Archie's in his hand. And here we see Energy going to the Energy Evolution EV to get the Leafy on it. Here we see a Propagate discarding a DCE and an Egg. And here we'll probably see like another EV, maybe a Ditto, or I don't think he needs Mr. Mime because Kyogre only hurts to bench EXs. So, but we'll see. He's just searching his deck. He was kind of all there. So here we see a Ditto. I guess it's okay. The kind of weird thing about getting Ditto early is what if you don't have enough Pokemon in the discard to actually knock out a Kyogre. And here we see an Archie's Ace in the Hole, which of course, if Archie's Ace in the Hole is your last card in your hand, you can play it down and actually get a Sage to get a Pokemon in the discard, get a Water Pokemon in the discard pile and put it on the bench, so that we see the opponent come up active on the bench. And you get to draw 5 cards. So here we see a Diving Draw with the Execute. This is where the Execute comes in really cool, because you can Propagate and then Diving Draw the Execute away and draw 2. And after that, we don't see much from Kevin. We see a Town Map to reveal all of his prizes so I can see what's prized. We see that he prized a Leafeon and 2 Flareons. But like I said, the Flareons are not going to really matter. The Leafeons is what really makes this matchup hard for the Kyogre player. So on to my turn. I see an Ultra Ball in hand. I'm trying to decide what to do. I think I have a Computer Search and other stuff in my hand, and I don't want to discard certain things. So here I discard a Lysander and a Water Energy. I'm probably trying to get a Reshiram this turn. I imagine so. So I have some sort of counter to the Leafeon. So we see a Jirachi. And so I must not have a supporter. Like I said, I had the I have the Computer Search in my hand, but I don't think I want to discard, like, I guess certain cards in my hand. Maybe I have like a Juniper in my hand or something, and I don't want to get out of the Computer Search. And here he shows me his hand, and I kind of tell him, I'm like, I don't know what that means. Like, I don't really know what's good in Flareon. Like, he had 2 Acrobikes, a Verse Seeker, but no supporter. He had a Slurpup, but as you see, this Swirlix is prized. He only plays a 1/1. He also only plays 1 Grass, so opening with the 1 Grass on that Leafeon is like pretty much amazing. So there we do. We both get 6 cards. Neither one of us has taken a prize yet. So, alright. So we both get 6. Put a Silver Ring on Suicune. Doesn't really matter. And I guess I just pass here. Maybe I should. I don't know. Maybe I'm still trying to go with the Kyogre here. This is also only my second time playing the deck too, so I don't really know how to play the deck already. Yet. And we see Kevin pick up Kyogre. Kyogre's first attack does 30 for water and colors, and the defending Pokemon is asleep. And for 2 colors and two water and 2 colors, it does 140, and I return 2 waters into my hand. So I did take a knockout with the first attack against a Zubat, so that's pretty cool. But we're still waiting for the presser for Kevin. So here we see an Audino, Mr. Mime, and I don't know what else he has. And that's the cool thing about Battle Compressor. You can put supporters in your discard pile, and then you use Verse Seeker later to actually get them out, which makes the deck so good. Here I'm looking at his discard pile, see what's all in there. So we see an Acrobite, which lets you look at the top two cards of your deck, put one in your hand, the other one in your discard. And here we see an Eevee, that's exactly what he wants. He does have the Leafeon in his hand. I imagine he just put that on the active. Or, I mean, why wouldn't he put that on the active, actually? We'll wait and see. There's the Leafeon on the active. And he gets a Silver Bangle, that Leafeon too. Then we see a Floatstone on the Ditto, and we see a Sycamore from Kevin. So we draw 7. And so we see a Flareon come in his hand. And we see a Water Energy. The cool thing about Leafeon's first attack, it just needs a colorless energy to actually attack. So we see a Water go into Leafeon. And now Leafeon does 20 damage times the number of Water Energy on your opponent's side of the field. So it can do 40 to the Suicune because he is weak to water. Most of my Pokemon in the deck are weak to water. Here we see Rough Seas, which heals 30 damage from each one of your water Pokemon. Here I put a water onto the Kyogre. Rush into Keldeo. Dive Ball. And I'll probably get a Primal Kyogre here. Yeah. So turn 2 Primal Kyogre, if this is any other deck, this is exactly how you want the deck to run. But against Leafeon, it's not the best thing. Say we see a Primal Kyogre in my turn. Now the thing is, do I have a supporter or not? It's always hard to tell when I play this stuff because I could have maybe played a supporter and not hit a Primal and then be like, man, I should have played a supporter. But since I had the Primal in my hand, might as well evolve. So we see a Flareon come down to Kevin's side. Here we see a Double Propagate. There we see an Ultra Ball discarding both eggs, which is pretty cool. Here we see another Eevee coming down from Kevin's side of the field. And once he takes Surprise, he can actually just pull up the other Leafeon from his discard pile, which is really cool. We see a Lysander on the Primal Kyogre, which kind of stinks. Here we see I guess a Diving Draw. That's what it looked like it was. So we're going to see a Energy Crusher 2040, 567, so 140. Kind of sucks that he hits the Primal Kyogre early. I know he only plays one Lysander, but whatever. So here I hear 30, not that big of a deal. He's still going to one-shot me with his Leafeon. So we see 2 water come down. Let's see, I'm at 110. And I get to, the second attack lets me put 2 water energies anywhere. So we put 2 water energies on the Kyogre. Here we see a Colress. So I guess with this, I need to get another Primal Kyogre in play. Would be the best thing to do right now. Or maybe attach the 2 waters to Keldeo. I'm not really sure. I think I make a misplay here, but we'll see what happens. Okay, no, I see what I'm supposed to do. I know what I'm supposed to do here. Okay. If I do it right. We'll see. So I do get the Kyogre in my hand. I should probably drop it and attach those energies to it so that way I can continue the thing. But here I see the Reshiram come down. And so I knock out the Primal Kyogre. And so now he needs a Bengal to actually one-shot me here. And there's the Bengal. Because if he didn't have the Bengal, he only did 2040 times 2 is 80, which is only 190. But since he plays another Bengal, he can actually one-shot me now. Do 140 again. So that's kind of misplay on my part. I guess I didn't expect the other Bengal to come. I wasn't really sure how many Kevin played at the time. So if it's the Versiger from Kevin to get the in. And the reason why I put the 2 on Suicune is because once you put them on Suicune, they actually get discarded. Because you can target Suicune with the Primal Kyogre, but once you do that, Suicune's ability comes into play, and they actually get discarded. So that play I probably should have, I don't know, if I would have known that he had a Silver Ring on hand, I would have probably attached it to the Reshiram or bent the other Kyogre and actually did it there. And like I said, I'm still learning this deck. This is only round 2. So you see a Computer Search discarding both eggs. I know you didn't really see it, like he didn't have to propagate, but I told Kevin he doesn't have to propagate every turn. So here we go. See a DCE. Come down onto the Flareon, and we see an Energy Crush for 140 to knock him out. And here I said the Reshiram. Here we see another Reshiram. And the Reshiram is kind of a cool tech. It helps against, obviously, grass stuff just a little bit. I don't know how much it is going to help, but it's what it was what was in the deck this week. So, but you see colors, which is shuffle your hand into your deck, draws many bench Pokemon to play, which there is what 9 total. So Alright. Now I'm looking for a DCE muscle band here. If I can get that, actually, I can. Well, I can't one-shot it. Never mind. If I had a DC muscle band, I could do 80. But here we see a Floatstone going to Keldeo. And we just see a pass. And I tend to water to Reshiram too. To kind of, if he does kind of decide to Energy Crush, he has to like license around this Reshiram so he doesn't power it up. Oh, I actually rush in. Why did I do that? Okay, I think I know why I did this. Because if I would have left the Reshiram active, Flareon can actually just one-shot. Flareon and or the Empoleon can actually just one-shot the Reshiram. What I should have did is after I rushed in, I should have sent in Suicune. I don't know why I sent in the Keldeo. Probably just a misplay. I wasn't really thinking. I still don't know how to beat this deck in the grand scheme of things. I think it's just like I said, it's a really bad matchup. I'm not gonna lie. Like I said, we had a really good start. We got a Prima Kyogre turn 3 like we're supposed to. It's swinging. We had the other Kyogre in my hand. But besides that, it's okay. Here we see a Floatstone come down to the Reshiram just to give him free retreat. We're looking for a DCE or another water to actually attack this nurse. So here I see here I use a Reverse Seeker to get the end. But like I said, the only scary thing is that if I attack a Reshiram, they just automatically die because of Flareon and or Empoleon if he can get a water energy on them. Here we see a DC going to the Reshiram, which like I said doesn't really matter. We see 40. Here we see a Verse Seeker for the Lysander to pick up the Jirachi. So, I guess those who don't know, the second attack does like 60, and then like flip a coin if it has 20 more. Maybe I think that's wrong. It does 60 base, and then you flip a coin if it had something else. But he had the Silver Ring on it, so it does 30 already. So you kind of see how Kevin kind of just easily win this matchup. Oh well. Maybe in game 2 he'll start like a lone egg and get dunked by a water pulse. That'd be pretty cool. That's kind of the only hope I really have. The good thing about me and Kevin's matchup is we both have custom playmasters, which is always pretty nice. But, so what I need to do this game, I need to get an early Reshiram, so that way if he energy crushes me, I have at least somewhat of a chance, so that the outrage damage from Reshiram can actually matter. Maybe power up Suicune? I don't know. Maybe this deck needs like a Charizard. I don't know. I just think like I just think the Flareon Leafeon matchup is just so bad. I don't know if you can even beat it. I think it's just unwinnable. But we see that Kevin does mulligan. Let's see if Kevin get another turn 1 Archies again or not. That'd be pretty cool if he does. Also, one thing to point out is that Kevin's mat, you see, like, it's kind of like, I guess, not faded, but it has the thing on there twice. And I said, Kevin, why don't you get that fixed? And he's like, I like it like that. It's like doing double team. So, and for those, if you don't know, Kevin's favorite Pokemon is Ampharos. So that's why he has his mat like that. Of course, mine is Shaman and Celebi, so I always have my mats like that. So, but we're just waiting to shuffle up. During the whole time, me and Kevin are just kind of goofing around. I'm not really taking it that serious because I know my matchup is pretty bad. But I thought it'd be cool to get a local Arkansas player in this in this game, or at least in the recording. And the reason why we don't have round 1 is we didn't have time to actually set up a table, and we didn't have the space. So that's why we only start with round 2. Sorry about that. Kevin, stop mulligan, please. He has 3 mulligans so far. Alright, so we see an Execute in his hand, so at least he has a starter. And, oh, so he has a Ditto. Okay, that's pretty good. But then he just had Lone Execute, and I was like, alright, we might dunk it here. Alright, so let's see here. I start with Reshiram, which is actually the best thing I want to start with. He keeps moving the Ditto for some reason, I don't know why. So let's see here, what do I do my turn? We see a Kyogre come down. I see a Water Energy in my hand. Attach it to the Reshiram. Rough Seas. And it in. Once again, he shows me his hand, which I'm like, Kevin, I don't know if that's good or bad. Stop showing me your hand. I don't know what. I barely play Flareon, so I don't know like what a good hand is. And that's what I kept telling him, and he kept telling me, "Oh, I don't know what a good hand is either. I haven't played Pokemon in months." So But obviously, he's played the deck somewhat. He knows how to Archie turn one, so that's pretty good. Alright. So we both get 6 here. Of course, neither one has taken a prize yet, so. Here I get the other Reshiram too, which is pretty cool. 2 Reshirams, down turn 1. And on to Kevin's turn. So let's see if Kevin can get another turn 1 Archies. I see an Ultra Ball. See a Sycamore. Here we see a Battle Compressor. Which, of course, you know, like I said earlier, discard 3 cards from your deck and put on your discard. Here we see a Napoleon. An Execute. And did we see the Archie come down or not? Is the Archie prized? Oh, no, there it is. Okay. Alright, so he's looking through his hand saying, alright, is there a way I can get a turn 1 Archies or not? This is what he's trying to figure out. Let's see here. Alright, so you see Battle Compressor those 3 away. Here you see an Ultra Ball. Discarding Sycamore and a Jirachi. And I see a Mr. Ram with DCE in his hand, so I think he could do it here. Here we see an EV. The EV's probably going to get the DCE. Alright, so we see the EV come down. Oh, he actually... okay, so I guess he wants the Signs of Evolution. So we see another high five. So... yeah, so like I said, Archie lets you draw 5 cards once you play it. So there we see 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See another Ultra Ball in his hand, which he can just use double. Does he have 2 executes in the discard pile? I hope he does. Oh yeah, he does. Yeah, he does. Oh, maybe not. I don't know what's happening. Alright, so we see a Battle Compressor. I thought he used Ultra Ball, but I guess he didn't. I guess he uses Battle Compressor. Now he can get Ultra Ball 2 execute his way if he wants to. There is a 2x. Alright, now he executes. Okay, sorry. I thought he had the Ultra Ball. I messed up there. So he gets another EV. So 2 EVs down turn 1 is broke. And we'll see probably a Signs of Evolutions here to search out some Leafeons probably. You search your deck for up to 3 different kinds of EVs or evolutions. So we see a Leafeon, Flareon. I don't think he plays anything else besides those 2 cards. So, or those 2 EVs. Okay, so on my turn, we see a water come down to the Reshiram, and we see an end for me. So I kind of get rid of those Leafeons, which is pretty cool. So we have to have a way to kind of search them out. I guess I'm still debating if that was a good move or not to even power up the Reshiram. It's always, like I said, it's hard to tell what to do in this matchup. And the only reason why I dropped the Kyogre down the first turn is because I was scared he could dunk my only Reshiram if I didn't draw another one. And here we're seeing Outrage for 20. Now on Kevin's turn, we see an Audino to heal for 10. Let's see here. What else does he have? See if Leafeon come down. That stinks. Alright. See double Propagate. We'll probably see an Ultra Ball Computer Search come down. Computer Search. Alright. And let's see. What does he get here? Oh, I see a Water Energy. This is going to be bad. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Is that 7 total to play? Oh no. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. So there's 7 to play already. So you can one-shot this Reshiram with Napoleon. So my plan is backfiring here. So now... not only does he have Leafeon to kill my Kyogre, he has the Napoleon to actually kill my Reshiram. So, yeah, I think this match was already, like, done before it even began. Alright, so we see Retreat with the EV, set up Napoleon. Here we see another Leafeon come down. So he's got 2 Leafeons and Napoleon attacking turn 2. What the heck? And we see an end from him. He was debating, what, the Lysander or Verse Seeker. I don't think he had anything in the discard pile with a Verse Seeker besides an Archie's Ace in the hole. I could be wrong though. Alright, so we see, you know, he shortcuts the deck, and we both get 6 once again. So what can I do my turn? So we see an Ultra Ball discarding 2 executes. Here we see another Eevee come down probably. Or does he want to go with something else? Maybe get like the Slurpuffs going. Oh, this looks, yeah, it looks like he wants to get the Slurpuff going. Just in case if I knock out the Empoleon, maybe have a chance to get the Slurpuffs back. So we see a Battle Compressor from him. He already has a bunch of discard, but we see a Flareon. He's probably not going to use that all in this matchup. See a Lysander. And that's it. Because the Battle Compressor you can choose up to 3, so you have to at least pick one, but you can pick less than 3 if you want to. And okay, Diving Draw. Okay, that's what he did. And we see another Eevee come down. So turn 2, Kevin has he has a Empoleon, 2 Leafeon, and an Eevee. Alright. How much damage does that do? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 180 damage probably. See the injury going into the Kyogre, Dive Ball. Probably get a Primal here. Maybe my hand is like really bad. Oh, Keldeo, okay. Maybe a Rush in with a Float Stone. We'll see. Verse Seeker for the end, of course. So I guess here I'm looking for a Primal and maybe a Float Stone. I didn't want to get a Primal with the Kyogre, just because I don't want Kyogre to take a hit from Empoleon, which is really bad. I'd rather want the Keldeo to take a hit. So here, I get 6 and Kevin gets 5. So we Float Stone the Keldeo. Here we see a Spirit Link on the Kyogre. Here we see a Russian. And a pass. Don't really have much else. So let's see. Can Kevin somehow one-shot anything? I don't think he can. Maybe he has another Pokemon discard pile. We'll see. Here he is doing math. I think he has too many Pokemon to play to actually knock out an EX right now. But I could be wrong. Kevin could prove me wrong or not. Here we see an Acrobike. Let's see. What does he keep? He's thinking about it. So he keeps the Float Stone. I think that's what we saw. It's kind of weird he discards the DCE. He could have maybe DC'd the Eevee? Or a Flareon at least. But I guess he wants to Float Stone the Swirlix, so that way if I kill the Empoleon somehow, he can send up the Slurpuff later and draw 2 with the Tasting. So here we see a Flareon come down. And I think he's debating whether to put the Silver Ring on the Empoleon or not. It's still 2 shots either way, with or without the Silver Ring. So we see a Diving Draw. He draws it to a DCE. So where is he attached this? It goes to a Leafeon, so that way he can just like Leaf Blade for later to win the game. So we see a Training Center come down to get rid of my Rough Seas. And there we see a Attack Command for 90. So I get another Rough Seas out. Till 30 for my Empoleon. So that way he can't two-shot me now, unless he has a Bengal. Now I'm debating what to do my turn, because he didn't play a supporter. So let's see here. So Jirachi. I might get a Juniper here just because he didn't play supporter. Or okay, Colress did. Colress is obviously better. But it's always hard to tell what's in Kevin's hand, because the thing with Leafeon is you keep your hand. I mean, you don't like if you don't have to play a supporter, why play one if you don't need it to use it? But I don't think we see one in his hand, do we? I think we see a Verse Seeker maybe. So I get a Primal Kyogre here. Did I get 2 waters or not? Alright, so I guess not, so we just leave the Keldeo up active. So now the Keldeo is going to get one shot by this Empoleon. Then what do I do? I can attack next turn with Kyogre if needed. But we'll see. So we see an Execute come up. Maybe he's propagating or diving drawing. Alright, so yeah, we see a diving draw for it. We see a water engine going to this. It says Leafeon, so now I can Leaf Blade, whatever it wants to. And we see a Verse Seeker. What does he get here? So a Lysander. Ooh. So he's just going to hold it in his hand, I think. Alright, so double propagate. And here's the trump card. So trump card is each player shuffles their discard pile into their deck, except licensing a trump card on both sides. So, if I had a trump card in the discard pile, you don't actually shuffle that into the deck. You just keep it in the discard pile. So that's why Kevin kept his in the discard pile. And this turn, maybe I should have retreated or something. I don't know. Like I said, the matchup was so bad. I don't really know what to do in this matchup. I guess I could have retreated to Reshiram, but I want to save it. And I don't know. Okay, so with my turn, we see a first letter switch deck for 2 energies. Of course, I take my deck for 2 waters, which is really nice. Now, if I get another Primal Kyogre out, that'd be pretty cool. But besides that, I don't know what I'm going to do in this matchup. Alright, so we see 2 water going to the Kyogre. Because of Primal Kyogre's Alpha Growth, or I think that's what it's called, which lets you just attach another energy per turn. So we see a Skyla. So I think that trump card kind of messed me up, maybe. Maybe I have like a Versing on my hand and I needed something to discard. I was kind of debating what to get. But here we see a Dive Ball. Do I get another Kyogre or not? Yeah, so I get a Kyogre. So I probably realize it now that maybe like cycling between 2 Kyogres is probably not the worst thing. But I don't know if it's the best thing either. So see Spirit Link on the Kyogre. And here we see a Tidal Storm from 150 and put 30 on all his EX ability. He doesn't have any, sadly. So we see the Swirlix come active. Here we see a town map to see what his last 3 prizes are. So another Polion, Water Energy, Battle Compressor. Not that bad of prizes since he has the other Polion in his deck. Here we see an Eevee come down. See a Sycamore discard his hand. Alright. So he needs a Slurpuff. That'd be pretty cool. Alright, so we see the Ultra Ball. So if his Slurpuff is in his deck, obviously, because it's not in the prize cards. So here you can double propagate for the Ultra Ball to get out Slurpuff. Now he get Tasting for 2. So alright. So let's see here. What does Kev want to do here? I don't know what he wants to do, actually. There's a lot of stuff he can do here. He can attack with Leafeon. He can try to kill me with Flareon, which I don't think he can get enough HP and enough Pokemon in the discard pile. I think he's just content to energy. Well, let's see here. 20, 40, 60, 80, 19, 11, 20, 40, 60, 80. So Energy Crush doesn't knock me out even with a bangle right now, because 20, 40, 60, 80, 19, 11 only do 220, which Primal Kyogre has 240 HP. So let's see here. See the Acrobike, draw 2. What will he discard now? So he discards a Sycamore. Another Acrobike. Discard a Bat Pressers. Double Acrobike, pretty good. Let's see here. Sorry, I'm not really commentating. This game is pretty much the game is pretty much gone. Like, I don't know what I can really commentate about because the Flareon is just gonna kill the Kyogres. I mean, the game is not that interesting, I guess to say. Is it bad that I know that? Maybe if we played Fire Energies and Blacksmiths, that'd be kind of cool to see the Reshiram use his second attack. But besides that, nothing else can really happen. Here we see a DC going to the other Leafeon, just so you can Energy Crush that later. Here we see a retreat, and we'll see an Energy Crush for, like I said, I think 20, 40, 60, 80, so 160. Here we see a Training Sim come down, so that way I can't rough seas next turn either. That's great. So onto my turn. Let's see here. If I can get a Primal Kyogre and Keldeo with a Float Stone, I'll be in really good shape. But besides that, I don't know what I can really do. Alright, so we see a Primal Kyogre come down. Do I have 2 waters in the hand or not? That's the question. So I got 2 waters in the hand. Trying to debate what to do here. So I put him on the Kyogre, knowing it's going to die. There's nothing I can really do either. I see a Burst Seeker for Skyla. Just showing I have the Skyla. Uh, I guess I don't have a supporter in my hand besides the Burst Seeker. Here we see a Rough Seas. I guess to try to heal off some. I don't know why I got it. Especially if I don't have no supporter. Maybe there was something in my hand. I don't know really why I did that. It's hard to say, really. Maybe I should have Skylar for an end, so that next time when he kills me, I can actually just end him down to 1, and he'll only have Solar Clip to draw cards. So here we see a Burst Seeker. Let's see, what does he decide to get here? So we see a Lysander here, which is pretty much game, because he's going to Energy Crush for what? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, for 240 exactly. Yep. And we see Energy Crush for 240. Bye-bye, Kyogre. And now it's pretty much game. Like, no matter who I send in, it's going to get knocked out next turn. If I send a Kyogre, it's going to get knocked out by Flareon, I think. I think there's enough for one of this pile. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So it could do 110 to me. So let's see here. I'm at 130, 100. Maybe attack on Kyogre here is probably a good play if I get 2 artists on it. I'm fifth attack to still bring up to draw channel. I don't know why. Maybe because I don't have any supporters in my hand or something. But we'll see what happens. Here's an end. So with this end, I need to draw into 2 waters or Professor Letter. And well, let's see. No, 110. What did we say? There's 110 total, and I think he has 3 on there. So 140. 140 plus. I think he has a knockout even when I knock out this Leafeon with the Kyogre. It's the problem. But here we're seeing Ultra Ball, discarded 2 cards. I imagine I get a kill deal here just to try to like buy a turn maybe if I can. If he doesn't draw into the Grass Energy. Or just hope he doesn't have a Lysander. So we see a Russian. And Rough Seas. And just a pass. So we see an Acrobike, draw 2. Gets the water, or discards the water energy. We see the Bangle in his hand. So he's tasting for one just to kind of see what we had. See a Bangle that goes on Leafeon. Oh, never mind. He's trying to put one of those cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. See, only 9. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So the max Leaf Flareon can do is 140 this turn, which is not a knockout on the kill deal. Here we see a Spaggle on the Leafeon and an end. So my turn, if I can get a Floatstone and 2 waters, I can knock out the Leafeon and not have to worry about a Flareon retaliation. The question is, can I get those 3 cards or not? Yeah. So here we see a Energy Crush. There we go. So my turn. We see. So I get the Floatstone, and I'll just Juniper here. So I need double water here. Did I get it or not? Is the question. I guess I didn't. Some of my stuff down really crazy like. Let's see here. Did we get 2 waters or not? You see Computer Search, discarding a Verse Seeker and a Floatstone. Maybe I'm realizing here there's no way I can really do anything. Maybe I can get like another no, the other Keldeo is dead if I remember correctly, so I don't get anything. And here we had actually somebody tell me that I have to get something at least. So I guess I don't have any waters in my hand, no energies. I don't know what's going on. Let me see. So I got a Lysander. Huh. Oh, I take it back. So I get a water energy. Alright. Okay, so I do have the 2 waters. I have no idea what I'm doing now. Okay. So I sent that guy and knock it out. Put 2 on the Jirachi. Let's see, I'm at 70 right now. But it doesn't matter. He has double Verse Seeker for Lysander. Bring up Jirachi. Yeah, he's just figuring math here. It didn't matter. He could knock out the Jirachi anyway with that double Verse Seeker, no matter what I did that turn. So, let's see, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 120, 130, 140, 50. So, 150. Yeah. So, 300 damage on the Jirachi. Well, thanks for watching round 1. Hopefully you like it. Hopefully the next rounds are more exciting. Alright, let's see what happens in the next rounds. And thanks for watching if I haven't said it too. Alrighty, bye.